I voted for Asia Wilson. This was the only award that we actually got to put a whole ballot. So it wasn't just one vote. You actually put 5 names and you ranked them in order. So I had Asia Wilson number 1, Nafisa Collier of the Minnesota Lynx for number 2, Alyssa Thomas of the Phoenix Mercury number 3, Alicia Gray of the Atlanta Dream for number 4, and then I had Kelsey Mitchell of the Indiana Fever for my 5th selection. Really, it ended up coming down to Asia Wilson and Nafisa Collier. I love Nafisa Collier's game. Probably stylistically, I prefer her game, and I also prefer somebody getting an MVP award for the first time. So I try not to root for outcomes, but I definitely found myself at some points throughout the season being like, oh, I'm really excited to see Nafisa get MVP, and I'm excited to vote for her. So I wanted to vote for her at a portion. And obviously, when it comes down to being a voter, you put anything you wanted aside. It's not like I don't like one of the players, but I think I fall into the human nature of like, okay, this is going to be a first-time selection for somebody. Like, she's going to get her award for the first time. Asia already has 3. Like, does she really need one more? Like, that's kind of how my brain was going. And I was like, hold up, you can't think about it like that. So I put that aside and I looked into the numbers. And I think the most astounding single statistic that I came across when I put my ballot together, and this included like all the research that I did, was that the Las Vegas Aces were 26.9 points better when Asia Wilson was on the floor than when she was off of it. So when Asia Wilson's on the floor, the Aces are outscoring opponents by 15.2 points per game. So like they're beating opponents handily, right? When she's on the bench, they're losing by 11.7 points per game. Like, that is just a ridiculous swing. So not only is it the biggest of the MVP candidates, but it's actually like, it was the most jarring stat that I came across by far. And when you look at the advanced numbers, I mean, she led the league in scoring and in rebounds and in blocks. So the raw numbers are on her side. And then as far as her impact on the team, it was just massive. And Nafisa also had a massive impact on the Minnesota Lynx. And so I didn't feel like, okay, just because the Aces are really bad when Asia sits, that's not single-handedly going to be the reason that I pick Nafisa as my second pick and Asia as my primary pick. So it wasn't just that. It was a couple different things. It was the fact that Nafisa did end up missing time. And I know a lot of people question, like, should that be a part of your MVP vote? But because the MVP race is like, there's such a small margin of error, margin of anything, her ending up only playing 33 games, like that's missing. She missed a quarter of the season. And so that didn't disqualify her. And I saw some people say, hey, like, why does that disqualify her? But then you had other players on your ballot who made all WNBA who missed a quarter of the season. It wasn't disqualifying, but it did ultimately come into play when I'm already like, the margins are razor thin, right? So I'm already thinking about the fact that Asia Wilson has elevated a cast around her that has really, really struggled without her. So the